When Sherry opens her door, the air smells sweet, sugary. A pastel filter covers as far as she can see. Easter has arrived during the night, and even though it hasn't replaced all of Halloween, it's tinted everything in a soft and pale color palette. Sherry sits for a moment on her porch. She had snuck back into the house after her parents left for work. She looks out to the town. The rabbits that brought in Easter are filling the whole place to the brink with eggs. Just around her house alone, there are so many rabbits hiding eggs that they have started hiding the eggs on top of each other, leaving them to topple out of their hiding spots. Sherry reaches out to pet one of the rabbits, but this startles them all, and all the rabbits flee. Alani is also back at home, watching the rabbits hide eggs in the bushes. She had to pull out her grandfather's big book of old orality, not being able to recount the story of Easter off the top of her head. The story of Easter is a bit of an odd one. It was said that a rabbit once begged a goddess to give her the ability to lay eggs. The goddess, puzzled by this, asked why. The rabbit had rationalized that if she could lay eggs, then one day she could give birth to a bird that would protect her fellow rabbits from other birds. Intrigued, the goddess blessed the rabbit with the ability to lay eggs. This ability was passed down to the descendants of this rabbit. It is said that every 1,000 clutch of eggs, there is a chance to bear a phoenix. Rumor has it that not even the goddess understood how this was possible. It is said, if one finds a valley of nothing but rabbits, there is surely a phoenix nearby. Phoenixes are traditionally born from the ashes of a bird that died in a fire, if the soil underneath is full of worms. This was believed to be the only way for phoenixes to be born into the world. However, throughout history, people have claimed to see phoenixes protecting families of rabbits from other birds, but never see the phoenixes hunt the rabbits themselves. People used to go looking for these valleys of rabbits in hopes of coming across the down feathers of a phoenix to boil them into elixirs. It is hotly contested on whether or not these feathers have the property to revive the dead. Old recipes claim it to be true, but they are all written in code and have never successfully been deciphered into anything that makes sense. Alani wonders how many eggs it takes to make 1,000 clutches of eggs. Surely the town has that much now, but as she looks up at the sky, there's not a phoenix in sight. Somewhere in an empty lot in town stalks the gormandizing Gazi. He approaches one of these eggs, half hidden under a blown-away newspaper, and sniffs it. He takes it up with what is presumably a mouth and eats the egg. A rabbit nearby sees this and screams. The frequency of the scream is so high that most people won't hear it. The few that do would say it's akin to a high electric hum. All the other rabbits hear it, though, and this causes all of them to start screaming too. They swarm Gazi and, at first, overwhelm him with pure numbers alone. The fence of this empty lot is a lot more sturdier than the one where the witch's house used to be. The rabbits climb and hop over the fence, being corralled into the property with the slime monster. They seemingly bury him alive. If their screams were on a frequency a normal person could hear, you would hear nothing but their screaming. As they continue to flood the vacant lot, it doesn't get full. It doesn't overflow. One by one, Gazi is making his way through the rabbits. They're not very strong at all, usually being able to overwhelm their assailant by numbers alone. But What do you do when your assailant is practically a black hole? Unknowingly, all the rabbits are marching to their deaths. A screech from above is heard, circling so high the morning light washes it out. Something bright, like a falling star, comes firing down like a meteor. A vortex of fire spirals up, then collapses in on itself, barely contained in the now charred fence. Even on fire, the gormandizing Ghazi does not falter. The rabbits continue to march into the flames. Sherry feels it in her gut that the rabbits are fading. From where she stands, the rabbits are clearly all heading towards something in town. Sherry knows they're not going to come back. As she sees the eggs around her start to crack, collapse in on themselves and disappear. Alani feels it too. The soft hues deepening into those old familiar colors. The high electric hum quiets into nothing. Alani sighs and retreats back inside to try and ignore the fact that it is still Halloween.